Are high insurance rates dragging you down? Call Randy King at 817-226-5464.
Testing 1, 2.
Okay, this is Willie Gaston, offensive coordinator, North Shore alum, U of H alum, Garrett Cross. Garrett's the defensive coordinator. Garrett's been here just about his entire career, like us. And Kent Battle, I think, the undisputed team leader.
Coach, if you'll start us off, just your thoughts about today's game.
I mean, it's a slugfest, and we knew that coming in. And, the one thing I think we take a lot of pride in our community is the grit and the ability to finish and make things when things probably shouldn't be there. Hell, we saw it with some of our players this week with an apartment fire yesterday, just finding a way to survive, finding a way to come out on top. So, to do it in a football game, I don't know that that's out of character for them. But, we knew what kind of game it was going to be. Just proud as hell of our kids going in there and just taking a punch and throwing a punch. Proud of Duncanville, to be honest with you. Watching two communities like this fight at the biggest stage. And sometimes when you look at these games, it's reserved for different kinds of communities. And to see two working class communities go in there and put it on display, I couldn't be more proud of both programs. Questions from the floor?
Coach, talk about the game-winning touchdown pass, what you saw with Caleb on that play.
Coach Gaston.
Well, we was a heavy run a lot, so we knew at some point we was going to take a chance to hit a shot right there. And it was just a simple shot play. We knew David Amador was one of our top receivers. Caleb Bailey throws that ball very well, so it was one of those things at that opportunity we had right there to take that shot.
Coach, winning a state championship is always difficult. Beating the same team twice in a row is even more so. Talk about beating the same team 3 times in the last 4 years to win the state championship.
Yeah, I just think it's our approach from our kids and our coaching staff that, this has never been about North Shore versus Duncanville, the program versus the program. Every year we've taken it, the 18 team versus the 18 and the 19 versus the 19 and the 21 versus the 21. In my experience, and especially in our community, it may be different in other places. We focus on what the kids need to focus on and not the outcome. And so I think too often you focus on revenge or you focus on it being a third time. You start to play scared, or you start to play, in a way that's out of character for you. And, this was going to be about the 21 team versus the 21 Duncanville. We said the same thing in 19. We said the same thing in 18. And if we're lucky enough to play them again, we'll say it again. And, it is, we had to play Atascocita twice this year. And, there was at the time we were playing Katy twice. It certainly has its toughness. But, for us, it was all focused on our team versus their team in 2021.
Coach, obviously you just mentioned you played the same team 3 out of 4 years in the state title game, but obviously this game looked nothing like the last 2. How different was it preparing for this Duncanville team versus the previous 2 with 2 explosive offenses going at it?
I think, like I thought in 18, I thought in 19, I think they got the best collection of high school talent in the state of Texas, and they coach the heck out of them, and those kids go to play. And so, for us, it isn't necessarily about the offense and the defense, and I think that's what separates us as a staff, and that's why these guys are up here. This is a group thing, and we're all in it to win. And so if it means we got to slow it down and grind it out and play those kind of games like we did against the CE King and Duncanville, Coach Gaston's the first one to pull that trigger. And if it's time to create possessions and try to take chances, Coach Cross is the first one to be on board. So, the 3 of us, we're constantly communicating about what is the best way to try and win a football game. And you can do that in a lot of ways. The way we want it today, I think, is the best representation of our community that we have.
Coach Roth, what's it been like to work with a player like Denver Harris and just looking ahead to his future now as he heads off to college?
No, he's a pleasure, just to see his growth from the time he was a freshman to now, just to see him improve every year. He's got a bright future ahead of him. I'm anxious to watch him play at the next level.
Kent, is there a certain level of pride you take in winning a defensive slugfest like this and being the leader of the defense?
A lot of pride. Coach, every day we got to be the most physical team. We're going to throw a punch, we're going to throw a punch, but we got to come out on top to be the most physical team. That's how we play every day, playing North Shore football. Come play football, come play hard every day. We'll see the outcome.
Kent, what does it mean to you guys as a team to not only get here 3 times in 4 years, but bring home 3 state championships?
We don't focus on state championship like Coach Gray said. We focus on playing football, being together as a team. But when we come in, we get the opportunity to come to state, we just take advantage of it and bring it home like we did.
Can you talk about kind of the emotions that are going through your head right now as finishing out your high school career as a state champion?
It's just
speechless. Finishing back, being here for 3 or 4 years, and then I don't even know what to say no more. It's just every moment.
Coach Gaspar, can you talk about the game-winning touchdown? What was kind of going on? How you kind of put that thing together? Certainly leaning on a freshman quarterback there.
Well, I think credit has to go to our defense by setting up a great field position and pinning them right there, so we was able to get the field position we wanted to take that shot. And we knew coming out of off the bench right there that we was going to take that shot at that time. Like I said, it's a ball that Caleb's been throwing well all year. We knew we've been a little conservative, just trying to make sure we play our football, run the ball, and eat the clock, and let's get the ball in his hand quick. So it's one of those plays where you can go match protect, and it's a one shot, and he has one read, and he's throwing it to one guy. So, like I said, the biggest thing was, I think, and that before that drive was what our defense did to set up that field position.
Coach K, for you, this program's always been about family, and today Jalen and Caleb won together. Corey Flagg, an alum, was here to watch his brother. Just talk about that aspect of the family aspect.
Yeah, I think, it's not easy to play football at North Shore. It really isn't, and that's why we try to give as much credit to the parents as we can, because, the sacrifices that they make to make sure that their kids are at that school and doing the work that's necessary to compete at this level, it ain't for everybody. And I don't think anybody understands that more than a brother. And so these kids, they respect, they understand what it takes to grind through this program week after week, practice after practice. So whether you're talking about Corey and handing it down to Caleb, or you're talking about Jalen now handing it down to Caleb, it's one of those things that I think, because there's so much invested, it makes it just that much more special when it's a blood relation.
And Coach Cross, for you, this defense, we knew it was going to be senior heavy and experience coming in. How did you see them just develop throughout the year and hold up here at the end when they needed to?
Oh, yeah, for those guys, having gone this far, for 4 years in a row now with these guys, just getting that extra time during the playoffs, when they were freshmen, when they were sophomores, just that added development, all that stuff goes into play, and just watch them develop, over the course of time, and just get better and better and better, and hats off to those guys, man, because they put in the work, and, they listen to their coaches, their position coaches, and they just get better and better, and they come to grind every day, and, you see the fruits of their labor now.
Coach K, back in NRG Stadium, you said that the media didn't like to come down to your side, part of Houston. Are they making their way down there now?
There wasn't a whole lot of traffic the vast majority of the year, to be perfectly honest with you. But that's the way these kids like it. We keep our eyes down and our sleeves up when we go to work. That's the way that they've been taught in their households. That's what we built upon as coaches. And we got a lot of challenges in our community, but the one thing we know is these kids aren't entitled. They know how to work for what they want, and we had a great trip today. I can't tell you, just from leaving yesterday and staying on schedule, the way these kids conducted themselves in the hotel, the way they conducted themselves this morning in our walkthroughs, the way they've been. I just think it's again, that's just a testament to their parents. It's a testament to the way that they've been raised, and I can't say enough about our community.
Coach, what has this group of seniors meant to your program?
You just talk about the level of success that this group has had from freshmen and all the way through. And I think, again, Coach Cross touched on it. We're not trying to win the game. We're trying to develop kids. And so when we take that approach, we've got kids that were freshmen in these deep playoff runs. For us, that's a second spring ball. And our staff is taking full advantage of it. We're not sending kids home. We're keeping them there. We're coaching the heck out of them. And I think, this group is overachieved. I mean, from their pure talent level. And you can see just the way that they execute, the way that they play together, the chemistry of the team. And that is what North Shore football is about.
Coach, overall, it's one thing for this team to win multiple state championships, but what does it mean for the east side of Houston to bring home, another state title?
I just think we take a lot of pride in our football, and athletics is the greatest at-risk program in the public schools today, and we've got a lot of kids that are working their tails off, and their parents believe in us. And because they believe us, they buy into us, that this is much bigger than football. This is an opportunity for people to understand what the east side of Houston is about. And it's not just the North Shore area, it's the entire up and down the Beltway. We played in the toughest district, unquestionably, in the state of Texas in 21-6A. And, this game today is a representation of Atascocita and Summer Creek and Sea King and North Shore and Channelview and Galena Park and everybody on that side of town that are living by the same standards. And, I think there's a great sense of pride, and, we take a lot of responsibility for making sure that we're putting that at the forefront, the way our kids act, the way that they handle success, the way that they handle adversity, and the way that they move forward in their lives.
Thank you, guys.